Hi guys, I'm Elaine.
I'm Bijou.
And you're here with Neon Out on Groove Cruise.
No, you want me.
Alright Ben, so this is your second Groove Cruise.
Second.
You did one pre-pandemic like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep, went to Rosarito, Mexico.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How are you feeling on this one and how did the two compare so far?
This one, I'm definitely just as tired because we're on the last day.
Yeah.
But it's been crazy.
Oh gosh, it's the last day already? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we had the label showcase on the first night, which was amazing. So much fun. Played the main deck at the pool the second day, which was amazing.
Oh yeah, I was there.
That was a blast. Yeah, we saw you in the crowd.
I was like, let's go with my shaker cup and my protein shake. I was like, I haven't eaten, but fuck it, we're here.
So, this one's been my favorite so far for sure.
Yeah.
I just feel more comfortable, you know? And we're just like vibing, going everywhere. All the friends are here. I think that's a big thing too. Is
Yes.
like a bunch of my friends are playing on this
big
one. So
reunion.
like, yeah, we got a squad and like usually we'll see each other at like the festival and we'll get to hang out for a couple hours, but like we get 4 days to hang out here.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Like we were saying last night, like, yo, it's so nice because we have like such a good, solid like crew that everyone knows each other.
Y'all did like it was a B2B, but then there was like everyone was at the one deck. Was it deck 4, deck 5?
Was that
at night? It was like
that
surprise.
last night?
Yeah, last night was shipwreck.
Yeah.
Everyone was there. Just like everyone was partying. Like
the whole squad, and then the night before, this is crazy. We were just taking over stages. Like I don't think I told you about this, but we were in the spa pool.
Yeah, so I made it like 2 minutes after. Like Q texted me. I was like, I missed that. Yeah, I was like, you better text me today. So we went there, and it was one of my favorite sets so far.
Dope.
This trip, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we were literally just taking over stages. Like we took over the rooftop, we took over that one, then we went to the foyer. We played in the foyer for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
It was like me and Matroda, and then Kyle Walker, Ranger Truco. Like, so kind of just been doing whatever.
Yeah. For those that haven't been to Groove Cruise yet, what would you describe this place as to them?
Adults paradise. Like, I mean, imagine a 24-hour party on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And you can always eat ice cream.
That is true.
It's amazing.
Someone else said like adult summer camp, which is pretty much the same thing.
Yo, this is a crazy story. I played an adult summer camp. So I have a friend this is off topic, but I have a friend in Charlotte named Corey, and he did this thing called Camp Ship Fam. And he rented out a summer camp in North Carolina, like an actual summer camp, invited like 300 of his friends and booked a bunch of DJs.
Yeah, how was that?
Incredible. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really fun.
Since we're on Groove Cruise and you've been on a couple cruises, obviously the themes get a little crazy here. If you were to enforce a theme that everyone had to wear, dress up as, what theme would that be? Jason Skeeter, listen to this because we're going to make this happen the next time he's on ship.
I don't want to make it a gangster party. Like,
I think we should. With your music, it is fitting. And then you have everyone so there's everyone out there and then there's 100 people on the stage as well. And we're all
imagine the 90s house parties where everybody's jamming and vibing.
With our chains and everything. We're like, what's up? That gangster shit.
That shit would be tight.
Okay, so gangster party, it's happening.
100%.
If you were the captain of the ship and you can set sail to anywhere in the world, where are we all going to be tomorrow?
We're going to be in the Maldives. We're going there. Never been there, but I want to go there.
Yeah.
And everything I see about that place is just beautiful. You're in these huts that are just on the water. You know, I'd want to go there. I think that'd be cool.
And if we couldn't go there and instead you had to be stranded on a deserted island, what 3 items would you bring with you?
Water. I need to survive.
Yeah.
An unlimited supply of ice cream.
Because that's all the calories he needs, you know?
Yeah. I got water and I got sugar, which turns into carbs once it enters your body, so we're good. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'd say, well, here's the thing. There's no electricity, so that's going to be kind of a problem. A solar-powered MacBook Pro.
There we go. It's going to make his music, release his music, and that's good.
Yeah.
What if you can bring one person to this deserted island? Who would you bring?
My mom.
Your mom? Okay.
For sure, my mom.
Gotta bring mom.
Or Josh.
Or Josh.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we just had a ton of fun playing dodgeball with you. let's say you're playing, I think we're doing the Beer Olympics later with Newport. Are you doing that one as well? Beer
I'm not
Olympics?
participating because I don't drink. But
I don't drink too, but I'm gonna play the thing and someone's gonna drink my drinks for me.
All right, two things. This is very crucial.
Okay.
All right. Josh is going to do it, right?
Josh, you're in.
He signed up for the Beer Olympics.
Okay.
Everyone here that's wondering, Josh is one of my managers, label
Yes.
manager, does a lot. So I'm a diehard Buffalo Bills fan, but the game's at 3. I will
Oh.
not be missing that game.
And then, well, how long is that game?
It's going to be like 3 hours.
Okay. All right. So Josh will be in your place.
Josh is in there, unless they do it at the casino bar.
Let me talk to Jason and Skeeter, see if we can move it from the main pool to the casino bar.
Okay, because unfortunately I cannot attend that.
All right. We'll make it happen.
My dad would kill me.
What's been your favorite highlight of this cruise so far? And then what are you still looking forward to?
The highlight, meeting all the people here. Everyone's been so nice, so
Yeah.
friendly, so welcoming, and you never know, like, because I did the one that went to Mexico, but all right, this is the first Miami one. It's like on a cruise ship, you never know, like, okay, do I have fans here or not? Like, that's still weird.
Yeah,
to
you
me.
definitely have fans here.
Yeah, but that's still weird to me. So that for sure. The sights have been amazing, and honestly, I might watch the sunrise tomorrow. Looking forward to that.
Are you gonna sleep and then wake up, or are you gonna just rally all night?
I haven't decided yet.
I think you're gonna rally all night.
Chances are high.
Yeah, I know. Because I've been seeing this guy party like really late into the night. So let's be real. He's not gonna sleep. He's just gonna rally into the night.
See, that could happen, or I could be asleep at like 10 p.m. You never know.
Yeah. So we had you yesterday at the open door sessions. We had the industry
Yes.
panel talk, which everyone's giving me amazing feedback. So you had a ton of cool things to share. But for those watching here, tell us a little bit about just your journey so far, like as an artist and how you've evolved. Because I just found out that your new name is Flyer Boy, by the way. I'm gonna change your name on my phone. It's just gonna say Flyer Boy. But tell us the story.
I have a funny story about that that's going to tie into this.
Okay. All right, Flyer Boy.
All right, so, I mean, it all started like I grew up on music. My dad was a manager of bands.
Yeah.
He had a band that almost got signed to Hollywood Records in the 90s, so I was always around music. But we played sports, like I was saying. So I played baseball in high school, college, professionally. But I discovered dance music and was just like, I'm hooked. Went to the first festival, saw Green Velvet, saw Armin, saw Avicii, saw Porter Robinson on a side stage at 3 p.m. Like, he was no one at the time, which is crazy because he's massive now. And I was hooked, right? Went back and I lived in this small town in Oklahoma. I started DJing the parties in college, playing dance music, and everyone's looking at me like, what are you doing?
What do, you weirdo?
Yeah, like, play hip-hop. We
Play
hate
hip-hop.
this. I was like, you don't have the computer. Like,
Yeah.
so it evolved, and I got a job as a promoter in Phoenix with this company called Hades Entertainment. A friend of mine named Demia, who was my first manager, owned it. And we were a third-party promoter for Relentless Beats. So we handed out the flyers and sold the tickets for the shows. So I was literally handing out flyers, doing all that, right?
Yeah.
DJing locally, went off to college in St. Louis the next year, but was still promoting online the whole time. And I was just hooked on it. So I got back to Arizona, got signed to play professional baseball,
Yeah.
and was still doing that. Still handing out flyers,
Yeah.
still selling tickets. And it was interesting because in 2013, I've never told this story publicly.
Ooh, you heard it here first on Neon Owl.
And it's funny, it's the Flyer Boy thing. Just so everyone knows, him and I are great friends now, but we had a falling out, right? We were throwing our own shows, and I'm not going to say who, but there was an act that we booked. It was like the first G House show ever. I was like, yo, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. So I promoted the show, it went great. When they got paid a check for the second half. Because usually what happens, you get a deposit, and then you get the second half of the payment upon playing the show, right? And the club owner had to write the check, and he wrote it out to the wrong name,
Okay.
right? So they couldn't get paid that night.
Yeah.
And then the club owner didn't want to pay.
Oh.
So we were chasing him down, and it was this whole long thing, and I was like, yo, you're making me look bad. I'm trying to, like, make friends in this industry, blah, blah, blah. And I'll never forget it. Right? I was pissed. I got on the phone and I called him. I was like, yo, this is fucked up, blah, 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 blah. See what happens when you come back to Phoenix. Right?
See what happens.
Because he lived in
That's
LA.
some gangster shit.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, sure, whatever you say, Flyer Boy. And hung up. And that was it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so
oh
it's
my
good.
God. So what happened after that? So you went from doing like the flyers.
Mm-hmm.
How did your career take a turn and evolve after that?
So I was working at Jersey Mike's.
Mm-hmm.
Just got a job. My friend Evan got me a job there. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to live in my parents' house, get a job at Jersey Mike's, see what happens. So November 2015, October, I was ready to quit. Sent Wax Motif an email, this long emotional email. Right?
You're my idol. I
Yeah.
wish.
And like I knew him already, so I was like, dude, I want to quit. And I had this song called I'm a Dog
Yeah.
that I was sending out, and I sent him that in the same email, right? And back then on Facebook, he was doing his top 10 records of the month.
Yeah.
And he never responded to the email. But 2 weeks later, he came out with his top 10 songs, and he put that number 2. And I was just like, all right, I'm not going to quit. I was
Yeah.
that close to quitting,
Yeah.
right? 2 weeks later, Dr. Fresh signed it to Prep School Recordings.
Mm-hmm.
And then a week after that, I got the job, which I mentioned on the panel, with Kevin Federline as his producer. And I started, it's so random.
Just so weird and
Yeah.
like just so
So random. And I started producing for him, quit my job 2 weeks later. I worked with him for a year, and that went into 2016, right? I released I'm a Dog. Then a month later, I was at Miami Music Week with Dr. Fresh. He had just played the Bygore show, and he's like, I don't want to do this trap stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I want to go back to G House. And he's like, send me music. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this forever. So I sent him Hello, which ended up being like massive. He finishes it, and it came out the same week that I had my first ever night bass release, right?
Yeah.
And
So it's just kind of like this.
it happened really fast.
All the ingredients just.
Yeah, but it was like over time, because I was like, I'm going to work with Kevin. I know it's not going to be a forever thing, but I'm going to utilize the time that I have now that I don't have a job to build this project. And I built that project. Josh was already, him and I were working together on stuff.
Yeah.
He was like the SoundCloud guru back then.
Oh.
So like we'd release shit and stuff on SoundCloud would explode.
Just blow up.
Yeah,
like overnight.
It was crazy. So
Yeah.
that happened. And a week later, we started getting offers out of state, which was
Yeah.
crazy. Like then Don Diablo played it main stage EDC. Dylan Francis played it. Like everyone was playing it. And then we're like, what's next? Leading into the fall. And Josh was like, well, we have this series of songs. Let's put them out. So I put out a song called Dreams. I put out a song called Coding Dreams, and they both went off. And they were like, I don't know what's going to happen next. And we had this song called Guru, right? And I was starting to get frustrated because I was like, why won't an agent sign me? Right?
Okay, you guys were seeking and
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
working with Josh. I was working with Daniel and Thomas from Relentless Beats, and
Yeah.
they're like my team now.
yeah.
And during that 2 years, I was living in my parents. I was taking all the money I had, and I was traveling to different cities to see friends I had in the industry to meet promoters.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to meet everyone I can. So I built these relationships over the last 12 months. And I go, yo, we're going to book our own tour. And
You're like, if I can't get an agent, I'm gonna do this shit myself.
yeah. And they're like, are you serious? I go, yeah. I'm going to book as many shows as I possibly can. And then if I need you guys to film the rest, we'll do it. I booked 17 shows for the next, like, Q1. And then I was like, all right, I need you guys to fill it. And we ended up with like 21 shows.
Yeah.
Guru came out,
Yeah.
and I don't know what happened. I called him because I freaked out. And one day did 100,000 plays on SoundCloud. And
Dang.
And then we launched that tour.
Yeah.
And the agents were like, who did this tour? Right?
They're like, cause I didn't do it and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Who did it?
And then we're like, we did.
Yeah.
And then I told my team, I was like, all right, now we're just going to make them wait, and we're going to decide who we want.
Yeah.
And then we signed with Rob at Spin, and been with him ever since.
Yeah.
It's like 2016, 17?
Yeah.
February 2017.
That's crazy. Did it like? I know it was a lot of hard work and effort, but like, since the blow up kind of happened within a semi-short period of time, how did that feel for you? And did you expect that?
I think you hit a certain point where you're like, yo, something's brewing here. Something's going to happen, and it's more of a matter of when.
Yeah.
I didn't think certain songs were going to explode like that. That was peak SoundCloud era. And Josh was...
I gotta pick Josh's brain.
Credit to Josh, because like
shout out to Josh.
he crushed it with all that stuff and still does to this day. So I definitely expected it. I just didn't know when. But I don't put expectations on things. I'm like, yo, we know we have something here that's strong. We know the brand is good. We know the music is good.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do to take it to the next level?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the process that we've been in for the last 6 years, you know, just step by step rather than be like, boom, explosion.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like, okay, let's go a little bit at a time,
Yeah.
right? Because if you go like this, you're probably going to plateau a lot sooner. So now if we go like this,
Yeah.
all right, now we're just on an upward trajectory the entire time,
Yeah.
which can be hard sometimes because it's like, well, I want this, this, and this. And like, why? Baby steps.
Mhm.
You know, it's a process.
Yeah. What's something that you would say you want in this moment?
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing exactly that. I mean, we agreed to be here
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yes.
So, but I think you're asking me something different.
Yeah.
But realistically, that's how I think.
Yeah.
I try to think about
Like,
what's going on
What's
now.
in this moment? Yeah.
We have a lot of plans for this year. A lot of new music. We just rebranded the label.
Mm-hmm.
We're finishing a rebrand for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the music has evolved as I've gotten older. Like, it's sad to say, but like, I'm moving out of the G House realm now.
Mm.
I'm not working really with rappers anymore. I'm working with singers, and I'm making more authentic house music, and
Yeah.
it's just what I love and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying doing now.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start your own record label? Like, tell us how that's been and how you bring on talent. What are the things you consider?
The entire thing started as we want to help elevate other artists.
Yeah.
You know, like, obviously, you know, when you start a record label, it's going to be beneficial for you as well. But that wasn't like the pinpoint thing. It's like, okay, yo, Wax helped me, Fresh helped me, AC
Yeah.
helped me. You know, like, what can I do now that I'm at a certain level as an artist to help others?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like, again, credit to him. Like,
Why is Josh not sitting in on this? But you know what? That's a part 2 later.
Like, he's so good at finding talent and new
Yeah.
talent, and just like he digs and digs and digs, and like as a team we just dig for music all the time. We get sent a ton of music
Yeah.
as well, which is helpful, but like, I think being out there, being at things like this, being at festivals, being in the clubs, it's very beneficial because you're around it at all times, so you know what's going on like at the ground level.
Yeah.
You know, because that's something we've always tried to stick with. Is like, stick at the ground level. Maybe we're up here doing things, but what's going on here with the artists that are trying to come up?
Yeah.
You know, and like I used Nostalgics as an example yesterday.
Yeah, who was singing that
Like,
with Next? Love her, yeah.
We have the same agent now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like,
She's amazing.
I'll never take any credit for anything that she's
Yeah.
done because like her hard work has got her where she's at
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
She works her ass off.
Mhm.
But I think just discovering artists is such a difficult thing because it's like, okay, we get sent music and it's like, yo, okay, you send us one song, but what are you going to do for the next year?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we want to try to put together a plan.
Yeah.
It's not one of those things where, okay, you send us one song.
Sounds like that's it. You want to
Yeah.
develop them.
Yes, because how can we develop you with just one song?
Yeah.
We can't. It's just not possible in today's day and age, which makes it tough.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about the rebrand that's been happening. Like, what can we expect? A little. You gave us the first story here already, so give us just a little bit.
New logo.
New logo.
I've changed as a person a lot in the last year, and it's going to be more of a representation of who I am now and who I was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I skated my whole life, and I'm starting to skate again, so that's going to be implemented.
Oh,
into it.
cool.
People don't know this, like, I did graffiti for, like, 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I can see that.
Like,
I can see
painting
that.
trains
Yeah.
and shit like that. And it's like, there's a different artistic side to me that people don't know about from like a drawing standpoint and painting and things of that sort. And we're going to implement that.
Yeah.
So all of the things that I like to do as a person,
Yeah.
we're now implementing into the brand and being like, all right, this is who I am. Because before it was like, there's Bijou and there's Ben. We're going to separate things, but now we're combining everything. Because from a personality standpoint, you always got me.
Yeah.
But from a brand standpoint, it was a little bit of a mixture.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's going to be like, okay, now you're going to see where I come from.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. And yesterday we touched a lot about just your background in sports and baseball. And you kind of tied that to how you have approached being an artist as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
For one, it's like the hard work aspect of things. Like, I was doing 2-a-days. Like, all right, I'm up at 5 a.m., we have a 6 a.m. practice, and we're on the track running. I'm like, yo, this shit sucks. Right? But it ingrained things into my mind where it's like, when I do that work, I'm going to see what I get out of it. And that's where you being like, hey, did you expect this to happen comes from. It's like, all right, I know if I put in this work, over time, I'm going to get better and better and better, and something's going to evolve out of this. So that has definitely been a big, big part of it for sure. And just the discipline aspect of things, you know, from like a health standpoint and touring, and because I don't drink, do anything else.
You eat very good.
I'm vegan.
Yeah. Has that been easy to keep up on this boat? I saw you. So okay, you guys were doing the B2B where it was right after, and you were like scarfing down your plate of food.
Other than like dinners, I've been eating like rice, lentils, bread. And I'm just
I've been eating like some. Well, it's the vegetarian curry. I don't. That's not vegan though. It's a vegetarian curry. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had fried rice the other day, and I was like, oh, there's egg in it. I want this so bad. It's so good. Yeah. It's been tough here, but like, I'm not picky.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'll eat ice cream. I don't even care. Like the sorbet in there is insane.
Yeah, it's good.
So
the passion, the mango or the
guava.
Yeah, the guava, and there's like a tropical fruit one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been tough. Definitely eating on the boat.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple times they've made like, I went to the buffet and I was like, and then they're like, okay, we'll make
you something vegan. Yeah, amazing. Nice. What are some of the habits that you would say really keep you grounded and continuing to work and pushing forward?
Oh, that's a good question. Mm-hmm. I'm very disciplined during the week. Like, I'll typically be asleep by 10 p.m. and I'm up at like 5 a.m.
Groove Cruise has flipped your schedule around.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. The thing is I figured it out. I think I was talking about yesterday how on Sunday of weeks I tour, I'll fly home at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So what I do is I'll sleep on the plane and I stay up all day.
Oh, yes. You were telling us at the panel yesterday. You were like, you stay up and then you fly home. Then you get your Sunday, but you get to resume your normal life, basically.
Yeah. So I do it specifically that way. And people are like, yo, you're insane. Like, that's not sustainable. But I was like, well, I've been doing it for 6 years. So I think it's kind of sustainable. And by 9, 10 p.m. on Sunday night, I'm exhausted. So then I'm back on schedule. I wake up on Monday ready to go.
Yeah.
And he hates it sometimes because like I'll be up at 5.
He's like, screw you,
it's
dude.
It's like 6 a.m. I'm like, yo, we got to do this. And I'm like, oh, wait, it's 6 a.m. Like, no one's awake yet.
Leave me alone. I just went to bed.
Yeah, but I like it because by like noon, I've gotten so much done.
Yeah.
And that first 3 to 4 hours of the day, no one in the music industry is awake. So that first hour, I take time for me, right? I stretch, meditate, get hydrated, do all those types of things, right?
Yeah.
And then from like 6 to 9, I'm either going to the gym or I'm in the studio. Or I'm in the studio the whole time and then I go to the gym. And then the rest of the day is kind of a breeze because I can get everything I needed to get done pretty much in that time frame. And now I have the entire day to do whatever I want. Yeah. Which typically I'll just be in the studio making music.
Yeah. So we have a lot of your fans are aspiring artists, producers, a lot of people in the Neon Owl community as well. What 2 or 3 pieces of advice would you have for them if they are either starting out or struggling to kind of continue going to make it to that next level?
The biggest thing is to keep going because there's like, I've seen this photo and it's someone, they're digging underground.
Oh, and then it's just like a little bit, like just a little bit more, a little bit more.
Like, the pot of gold is right there and it's like.
And most people give up before they hit that.
And the thing is too, is like, yo, if you really love it, why would you stop? You know, like, so then you got to really think like, what's the actual purpose you're doing this for? Are you doing it to be famous? Are you doing it to make money or do you love it? Yeah. Because if like, they were to take all of the DJing away from me and that aspect of things, I know I would still make music. Yeah. Because I just love it. Yeah. So I think one thing that people don't think about is like, really understand why you're doing this and what the purpose is. 2, you have to work extremely hard and be disciplined, which people only see the party side of things with this, which no one talks about. Like all you see is like the crazy videos of us on tour and in the club. And it's like, yo, like, I show up like 30,
that's a smaller portion of the time.
Like I show up 30 minutes before the club and then like the show's over and I go to bed. Yeah. You know, like I don't ever go to the after party. This is a little different.
Yeah, this is the party, the show, and the after party, and all our homes.
You know, so it's like, all right, this is a little different. This is kind of like, yo, I'm working, but I'm also on vacation. Yeah. Which is cool. You get the best of both worlds. Yeah. And then the third thing I would say is like, this is a tough one. Let's leave it with those two for
We'll
now.
leave it with those two for now. So you just had this crazy tour. You have a ton of new music coming out. Tell us about how it went and what we can expect next coming out this year.
Okay, we did 25 shows with Martin Horger for the Stay Fly tour. It was insane.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you to him because
It's crazy videos, there's crazy shit out.
it was wild.
Yeah.
It was wild. And he's the best dude ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, like, during that back-to-back last night with Shipwreck, I played our song and I FaceTimed him. And he's in the car.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I was like, what's happening right now? Like,
He's in the car eating. He's in Australia right now.
Yeah.
He had 3 shows in one day yesterday in Australia. And I'm just like, bro, you're a madman.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
So
what you were doing. I was like, what's he doing?
I was on FaceTime with Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So him and I is like, we're like brothers now. Like,
I was gonna say, would you guys describe y'all's relationship?
We're really like, I'm going to Europe first 2 weeks of March, and I'm just gonna take a couple days just to go see him and stay with him.
And just hang
in
out?
Stuttgart, and just make music and just hang out. It's like, it's easy to travel in Europe.
Yeah.
Shows are amazing. We sold out the last 5 in a row, almost 6. It was the best tour of my life.
Yeah.
For sure, hands down. So now we're going to lead into something this year. We're going to do a bunch of shows.
Yeah.
There's a ton of new music coming out. The music I was talking about is evolving. So, like, the first release of the year, which is coming in February, is going to be like, okay, this is what you're getting from me now.
Okay.
You know? And we're, like, showcasing, like, this is
Did you play one of them yesterday?
Played all of them.
Yeah. He told me, like, there's a bunch. He was like, this one coming out, this one coming out. I was like, okay, let me,
Yeah. I don't know. It's funny because Martin's... at the end of the tour, he's like, I don't know how you did it, because during that tour, I made more music than the 3 months previously.
Yeah.
And we were on the road so much, and I was like, I think me being on the road is where I get the most inspiration from.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you were super inspired, and it was, like, your favorite tour. You were probably, like,
so
all the ideas were coming to you.
A lot was happening, and, like, it's cool because I like to finish music in that scenario, so then I can test it the whole tour.
Yeah, and everyone was popping off.
Yeah,
everyone was popping off.
Yeah. So there's a ton of new music. There's going to be more D&D showcases this year for sure.
Yeah.
Select cities, which is cool. We're growing the label quite a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of really, really cool, different, unique music that we're signing to the label. I think first release, what's today? Sunday? First release was 2 days ago. The Valley Mo EP. So sick. It's like a Latin house EP.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah.
We have the radio show on Diplo's Revolution. We have D&D Radio. It's every other Monday on Diplo's Revolution on Sirius XM. Still doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
For the artists that are looking to submit music, what are like the key few things you are looking for?
This is easy because I like to play the music from the label in my sets, right? So, like, pay close attention.
Which is amazing, because then they'll get their
Exactly.
stuff heard by an insane amount of people. Yeah, you're bringing them up.
We're looking for forward-thinking music. You know, it's like, okay, what's the next thing that you think, or like, what's something that's going to be groundbreaking that we haven't heard before? So something unique, but like, pay attention to what I'm playing in the radio show. Pay attention to what I'm playing in my sets. And then you'll kind of have an understanding of like where we're taking the label. Because him and I work really closely on that. So it's a type of thing where we talk all day, every day. It's like nonstop.
You guys are glued together. Like, no wonder. It's like, should I bring Mom or should I bring Josh?
Yeah,
like,
right?
Maybe just this one time I'll let you bring both.
Mom can come visit, but Josh, we need you here. As long as we have Wi-Fi, which I should have put in the 3 things that we need.
I got you. We'll get you set up with the solar solar Wi-Fi situation.
We'll scrap the ice cream for the Wi-Fi. So yeah, that's kind of, I'd say, what is most important, you know. But I don't want artists to change their sound so that they can be on the label. Like, here's something. So I never thought I'd fit on night bass, right? And it was, I forget when it was pre-pandemic. I was playing a festival in Costa Rica with AC, and he had a night bass stage. And I've finally taken the time to get to know him after a couple of years. And like, in the panel, we talked about like building the relationships, right? Yeah. And like, I think building that authentic relationship is so, like, it might take years. Yeah. But put in the time. Yeah. And I asked him, it was like 5 a.m. after the festival, and I was like, I gotta ask you something. Yeah. He's like, what's up? I was like, why did you sign my music? Like, why? I didn't think it fit whatsoever. And he goes, because it was different. It wasn't like everyone else on the label, and that will make you stand out.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to send the music that is like what you really make. Don't change it for us, because we might hear that and be like, yo, this is exactly what we want and what we need. You know, because we're thinking 6 months ahead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think a lot of people need to hear that.
Yep.
Because oftentimes they're like, okay, this is what I make, but this is my dream label, but there's no way this can fit that label. And then they try to cater their sound and their projects to fit something else.
Don't do that, because it's not authentic to who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
I want an artist to be authentic to who they are, because like, yo, maybe we can recommend a label that might be fitting for you, and that might work.
Yeah.
You might blow up. Like, cool. We don't care. Like, as long as you're better off as an artist, like, that's what you need.
Yeah.
We don't need credit for that, and we don't... Sure, we'd love to be the ones who could do that for you, but if it's elsewhere, that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not selfish.
So we have a few more personal questions for you before we let you go.
Alright.
First one will be, just for the heck of it, if you had to lose one sense, which one would you lose?
Ooh.
Obviously not your hearing.
This is a tough one. Yeah, not my hearing. Here's the thing. I'd maybe say smell, but like, yo, I have this weird thing for like fragrances.
Me too. I have like 60 bottles. I'm not joking. I'll send you my little like rotating thing.
Yes. Okay. So I don't want to lose my taste because I love food.
Yeah. And your sorbet.
Yeah.
Obviously, your guava sorbet. Yeah.
Okay, we're just gonna say smell.
Smell. Okay.
Yeah.
Smell.
Smell for sure.
If you can eat one last meal, and this is like your last meal ever, what does this meal consist of?
Alright.
Oh, you already know. He was like, all right,
So
I got
this. It's all vegan.
Okay.
Just to preface that. Lasagna,
Mm-hmm.
right? Mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
We got the ice cream. I want swirl soft serve with sprinkles.
Oh, okay. My brother Ray. Okay. I don't. So I am I'm like an ice cream person, but he loves his soft serve and he loves sprinkles. So you guys will get along.
See, the soft serve is just like something different about it.
Yeah.
You know, I love ice cream too. I like it all. I just like sugar.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
I definitely want like a fried oyster mushroom sandwich.
Right. Okay, that sounds
with
pretty
like
good
a chipotle mayo.
That sounds bomb, actually. That sounds really good. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. My stomach's growling.
Josh is like gross.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of veggies.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. That's fine. I'm pretty easy when it comes to food.
Okay. If you weren't...
Wait, hold on.
Okay, oh.
Truffle fries.
Oh my gosh, yes, truffle fries. With the extra truffles on top and the sauce and everything too. If you weren't an artist and you can't be a professional baseball player, what would you be?
Defense attorney.
Ah.
I was a pre-law major in school.
Okay.
I wanted to be a defense attorney. Get people out of trouble.
What's 3 words that those closest to you would use to describe you?
Shy.
Shy. You know, you're like a little bit, like not really. Like a little bit.
It depends on the scenario.
Yeah.
Depends on the scenario. Like if you caught me in the crowd or like out in public.
Yeah.
Put on like I'm doing my thing.
Okay. But Groove Cruise is bringing something else out of you for sure.
Different. Soft spoken.
Yeah.
Probably loving. Yeah. Either 3.
Last question is, what would you describe as success? And do you feel like you have achieved that yet, if that's even a goal?
Okay, so most people would like describe success as having monetary gain, right? But I've been around people that have the most money in the world and they're miserable, right? So to me, success is like being truly happy in like whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And for me, I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Because every day I can wake up and be like, I'm thankful for what I have. I have food, I have water, I have a roof over my head, I have friends, I have family. Yeah. That's all I need.
Yeah.
So I can genuinely say yes, you know, because I have that love around me, which has been definitely amazing because it gives me like a great support system. So 100% that's what it would be for me.
Yeah. So you're just grateful for this moment and everything that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. And then at Neon Owl, we do a lot around like giving back, charities, raising awareness for different causes. Is there anything that you feel like people should pay a little bit closer attention to in this moment?
Ooh, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, or something you're passionate about, you know?
Dude, I'm vegan, so like, I'm passionate about like animals, you know,
True.
and like,
Me an owl, obviously.
yeah,
Owl.
like, you know. So I think like the food industry, I think, is a very messed up industry. You know, I mean, look at the cattle industry.
Yeah.
Like what they do to cows.
I'm transitioning. I'm pescatarian.
Okay.
I eat meat very occasionally if I'm like traveling, but like yeah, just seeing how they treat animals and like and dairy farms and everything. I'm a transitioning regular person to pescatarian to vegetarian to vegan.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna take notes from you.
It takes a minute,
Yeah.
and the thing is too is like, from a health standpoint, your mood and everything is connected to your gut. You know, and like think about all the crazy bad shit going on in the world. This is just my belief.
Yeah.
I feel like if people were to change the way they ate and what they were consuming as a whole, not just food, just consuming as a whole, the world would be a lot better place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Amazing. And then for all your fans watching out there, do you have anything to share with them?
I love them. Honestly, they're amazing. Like, to me, it's still weird. I'm just a regular dude. Like,
Yeah.
I just make music,
Yeah.
and I hope people like it.
Yeah.
You know, like I know that people do enjoy it, and I do it for myself, obviously, because I love music. But like, the purpose that I try and preach is like, I do this to bring joy to other people.
Yeah.
And think about it, yo. People are spending money to come see you play. They're coming to your shows. They're taking time out of their days. People might have jobs during the week that they hate, and that's the only release they get all week long.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I try to bring them as much joy and make them as happy as possible with the music that I make.
Yeah.
So that's my message.
Yeah. Well, I would say it's been very well received. I don't even know how many sets you played. Anyway, I caught like
We're 4 in.
1, 2. I caught like 2 of them.
Yeah.
You played 4 so far?
Yeah, because we had the label showcase,
Yeah.
the pool,
Yeah.
one with Matroda,
Yeah.
and the one last night.
Yeah. And then are we expecting any final last night crazy pop-up takeover renegade sets?
I didn't even know I was playing
That's
last
true.
night.
Until you texted me like
Yeah.
an hour before.
I
Yeah.
texted you 5 minutes after I got the text, like, yo, come play with us. And I
Yeah.
was just like, at first I was like, yo, I'm having so much fun. I don't even want to go play. And I was like,
And that was dope though. That was dope.
that was fun.
Even like people that didn't even like that type of music came over from the
They were
other
into
stages and they
it.
were like, what is this? Like, I don't even know. Like, yeah.
But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, yo, like, I have so much fun DJing. I don't care. I'm going to play.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
told Josh, I was like, we're going to play with Shipwreck. He's like, all right, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, amazing.
So,
Well, thank you so much. Like,
Thank
it's
you.
been so fun, like, hanging out with you, meeting you here. And then maybe tonight we'll see you again, either playing, and if not, we'll see you partying until the sunrise.
we'll be at the Jaws party all night long.
We'll make it
So who
happen.
knows what might happen.
All right,
So-
thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you.